Good, good evening to all of you, dear aspirants. Let us start our class today. Today is Thursday, and on Thursday we'll take up science and technology as far as UPSC prelims examination is concerned, as well as our preparations for the mains examination is concerned. So the very first topic which I am going to deal with you today, Guddan Kumar, good evening. Yes, good evening. That is very important as far as the prelims examination is concerned. IRNSS. IRNSS, Parashuram Kumar ji, good evening. So, what does it mean? Okay, so IRNSS is Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System, and this is very, very important because recently it was in the news, and Maritime Safety Committee (MAC) of the International Maritime Organization. Mayank Kumar, good evening. Yes, Mayank ji, good evening. And you were asking about the current affairs magazine or the resource material in English. So that is available. That is available because current affairs. There are so many magazines like PD, that is Pratyogita Darpan, and CSR, Competition Success Review. And if you wish to find some books, so that is also there in the market. The best book at present is Manohar Pandey. Manohar Pandey's general studies or general knowledge. Then after Lucent is also there. That is very good book, very valuable book. Then as far as current, but for Sir BPSC, yes, BPSC is similar to UPSC. Similar to UPSC. There is nothing like that. Only you have 150 questions and at least 25 questions related to Bihar and 10 to 15 questions related to maths. So if you take out 35 questions, it's quite similar to the UPSC examination. But the pattern is, you may say a static pattern. So current affairs for BPSC. Yes, it is you may say the Bihar related current affairs. So that is you may find the elections in Bihar recently held, the elections in Bihar, and then after the most important schemes launched by the present government. So that is going to be important. That is also going to be. Then how many seats are there from Bihar in RS, that is Rajya Sabha? How many seats are there in Lok Sabha from Bihar? So these are some of the most important. Then current affairs. Yes, I will find it tomorrow. I will talk to the people there at Patna tomorrow, and then I will suggest. Anjali Shah, good evening. 16 and 40, Mayank Kumar is telling. So this is correct. Now let us discuss about this IRNSS, which is Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System, and this is very, very important as far as this year's prelims examination is concerned, because recently this was in the news. Maritime Safety Committee (MAC) of International Maritime Organization (IMO) has recognized so Worldwide Radio Navigation System WWRNS also recognized it during 100 seconds. You should remember it because this is UPSC. There are such type of questions which create confusion. So 100-second session held virtually. So this session was held virtually. So the IMO is the United Nations specialized agency responsible for safety and security of shipping and the prevention of marine and atmospheric pollution of pollution by ships. Okay. Now what are the key points? the most important point is that India has become the fourth nation, the fourth country in the world to have its independent regional navigation satellite system recognized by IMO as a part of the worldwide radio navigation system, that is WWRNS. So, dear aspirants, this is very, very important and you should take note of it. You should write it in your notebook. You should write it in your notebook. The other three countries that have the navigation system recognized by IMOM are, and this is also very important to know. Anjali Jha, good evening. Yes, the other three countries, the other three countries who have been recognized is Priyaji, good evening, are USA, Russia, and China. So India has become the fourth nation in the world as far as this system, navigation system is concerned, worldwide radio navigation system, that is WWRNS. Now, other important informations related to this very topic, that is IRNSS, is that the IMO has accepted IRNSS as an alternative navigation model in Indian waters. So it is in Indian waters. Now it was in use, okay, only on a pilot basis earlier, but now all merchants vessels are authorized to use it, even a small fishing vessels, that's too. So the navigation system can now replace GPS in the Indian Ocean waters up to 1500 kilometers. So this very information is also very, very important. Neetu Jha is joining with us. So good evening, Neetu. Now 1500 kilometer from the Indian boundary. So this information is also very, very important, I should say. Arya Jha has also joined. So good evening. Yes, Arya ji, good evening. So all these informations which I have provided to you just now, you should write it in your notebook, because these are very, very important. If you will go through the previous year's question paper, you will find that such type of confusing statements are there in CTFS type of questions. Consider the following statement and which of the statement is correct. Okay, so IRNSS is regional and not a global navigation. So this very fact is very, very important. IRNSS is a regional and not a global navigation system. Now, with recognition as a component of WWRNS, the Indian navigation system is similarly placed as GPS. So they may put a question that GPS belongs to which country. So you should know, dear aspirants, that GPS belongs to USA. GPS, what is the full form of GPS? Global Positioning System. You should know. You are required to know. And as far as Russia is concerned, they have GLONASS, GLONASS, GLONASS. And what is the full form of GLONASS? That is also very, very important. Global Navigation Satellite System. Global Navigation Satellite System. So this very initiative by our country is considered as a significant achievement. I should say, dear aspirants, significant achievement. Why do I say like this? Because at present, our Honorable Prime Minister has launched a program, that is indigenous program, and that is known as Atmanirbhar Bharat. Atmanirbhar Bharat. So it's an initiative in that perspective. We should think like that. And if you are solving the question paper in the mains examination, then you should be well aware with this such facts. So apart from navigational benefits, it has a strategic importance. So this is addition. This is addition to your knowledge. It has a strategic importance as it reduces over independence on global navigation system. So this is very, very important. You may say USA navigation system, that is GPS, okay, and that is satellite based navigation. 24 satellites orbiting satellites are there from USA. As far as GLONASS is concerned, it is also navigational, but it is from Russia and the Chinese. Okay, what is the name of the Chinese system? That is Beldou, Beldou, Beldou navigation satellite system of China, and it is hybrid constellation consisting of around 30 satellites, 30 satellites in three kinds of orbit. So and our countries, okay, as far as our country, that is IRNSS Bidu. Yes, Arya ji is writing correct, very good. So it has been developed by ISRO. So they may put a question that this IRNSS has been developed by which agency? So the agency is ISRO, the space agency of our country. So this is also very, very important. So what is the main aim and objective of this initiative? So the main objective is to provide reliable position, navigation, and timing services over India and its neighborhood. So this is a very simple fact which you are required to know as far as this topic is concerned, which we are just discussing. The IRNSS constellation was named as NAVIC. So this is also equally important, NAVIC. And dear aspirants, you are required to know the full form of NAVIC. And here is the full form. You may write it in your notebook. Navigation with Indian constellation by, navigation with Indian constellation. So NAVIC. Now, what is the feature of NAVIC? So NAVIC provides, NAVIC provides two types of services. And what are those two types of services? The one is SPS, you might be knowing it. And what is the full form of SPS? A standard positioning services. A standard positioning services that is meant for the general public. And restricted services, RS, that is encrypted service meant for authorized users. 9 satellites in NAVIC. Yes, Arya ji, correct, wonderful. NAVIC has 8 satellites. So 8. Try to. Nan Singh, good evening. Yes, Nan, great. So Kamal Nan, I think you are Kamal Nan from Devghar. Am I correct? So Arya ji, 9 satellites or 8 satellites. Try to verify it. According to me, it is 8 satellites and 24. Okay, the it includes 24 satellites, and NAVIC has 8 satellites, and their range is within India and its adjoining region. And I have already stated this information that the range is 1,500 kilometers. 1,500 kilometers from the country's border. Kamal Nan, yes, great. So technically, satellite systems with more satellite provide more accurate positioning information. So this is there, but dear aspirants, you should know that compared to GPS, which has a position accuracy of 20-30 meters, the NAVIC is able to pinpoint location to an estimated accuracy of under 20 meters. So this information is equally important. 20 meters. The accuracy, is of 20 meters. So this way, this was in the news and very much in the news. That's why I have discussed this topic with you, and it is also relevant, most important, expected as well as far as our upcoming prelims examination is concerned, that is going to be held on 27th of June. Dear aspirants, today we have to discuss one important topic related to science and technology, and so many questions have been asked during previous years related to this very topic, and the topic is biodiversity. So this topic I am going to discuss with you, and during concluding moments I will put before you a few MCQs related to this very topic. So be careful and try to understand what does it mean. I will discuss some new aspects of biodiversity, and you will, at the end of the session, you will feel that it has added something to your knowledge. So Chandani Sarewar, oh my God, Sarewar, are you Marathi? Okay, Chandani Sarewar. So good evening. Yes, good evening. Are you from Bihar, Jharkhand, or somewhere else? Okay, Piyush is telling good evening. Yes, great, wonderful. So biodiversity, this is very very important as far as the UPSC, yes, current affairs class, sir. Okay, great. And this Chandani Sarewar seems to be Marathi. I am from Deoghar. Great, wonderful, wonderful. Great, wonderful. So, welcome. So, biodiversity means diversity. You all know, dear aspirants, and you may say, in other words, heterogeneity at all levels of biological organization, from macromolecules of the cells of biomass. So the term biodiversity was popularized by Edward Wilson, Wilson. So this very fact will be helpful while you will be writing the question answer of the mains examination of UPSC, because there you will have to add, okay, add some value to your knowledge, and this knowledge is certainly going to pay you. So you should also memorize some good quotations, okay, by Mahatma Gandhi, Vivekananda, and then Leo Tolstoy. Yes, our ex-president Mr. Kalam. So many good quotations. So just to create a value addition to your answer. So this is my personal suggestion. Okay. The important level of biodiversity are, you may say, genetic diversity, species diversity. This is also there, very important, and ecological diversity. So what do you understand by the word genetic diversity? Dear aspirants, it is diversity all genetic level, at all genetic level, or you may say, in other words, that subspecies level, below a species level, in a single species. So for example, how can I make you understand? So for example, there are about 1,000 varieties of mango. Do you know, dear aspirants? 1,000 variety of mango and 50,000 strains of rice. So the genetic diversity helps the population to adapt. The low diversity leads to uniformity. So these informations are going to pay you. Okay, and you may find a question in even in your prelims examination. So genetic diversity, and let us come to understand a species diversity. What do I mean to say? So the measurement of a species diversity is its richness. Okay, is its richness. That is, what do I mean by richness? The number of a species per unit area. Per unit area. Try to catch my words. Per unit area. The greater is the species richness, the more will be the species diversity. So I am a little bit slow because I wish to make you understand for once forever, so that you should not forget the very idea, the very concept. Sprihaji is writing, there is a genetic modification to make new variety of rice. Yes, of course, that I will come later on. So ecological diversity, this is another type of diversity. And what does it mean? It is the diversity at community. Okay, in brief, you may say it is the diversity, okay, at community level. It can be of three types. And what are those three types? Alpha, beta, and gamma. You might have gone through this very discussion, but this is there, and this is in the NCERT book. So whatever I am discussing with you, this is very much in the NCERT book. So let us talk about Mayank Kumar, BT brinjal. Yes, beta carotene. Yes, excellent, excellent. Golden rice with alpha. Yes. So let us try to understand this ecological diversity, that is alpha, beta, and gamma. What does it stand for? Dear aspirants, it is the diversity of organisms within the same community or habitat, and this is known as alpha diversity. Once again, I am going to repeat my words. It is the diversity of organisms within the same community or habitat, and it is known as alpha diversity. Priyanka saying good evening. Wonderful. Great, 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 great. So the second one is beta. Okay, we are discussing the ecological diversity and we have already understood alpha, and now here is beta diversity. And let us concentrate. It is the diversity between communities or different habitats. Okay, different habitats. But what, okay, what have we understood as far as the alpha is concerned? Same community or habitat, dear aspirants. But in beta, it is different habitat. So higher the heterogeneity in the altitude, humidity, temperature. So these are the three factors. Okay, one, altitude, humidity, and temperature of region, the greater will be dissimilarity between communities and higher will be the beta diversity. Beta diversity. Try to understand, dear aspirants. Now let us try to understand this gamma diversity. It is the diversity of organisms, yes, dear aspirants, over the entire geographical area, covering several ecosystems, or you may say habitats, and various trophic levels and food webs. Such diversity is most stable and productive. So you may find a question, which diversity is more stable? Okay, so this is the answer. This is the answer, that gamma diversity is stable as well as productive, so this way, dear aspirants, you have to conceptualize the biodiversity. Now there are some other important facts which I am going to deal with you, I am going to discuss with you. The number of species on earth. So they may put a question. Okay, you may find it uh, how many species. So round about, I should say 20,000 species of orchids. Okay, orchids. It's estimated 20,000 species of ants, and 28, dear aspirants, 28,000 species of fishes. So such is the number. Have you heard about IUCN? Can you write the full form of IUCN? If you don't know, please write in your notebook, dear aspirants. This is very, very important. IUCN, the full form is International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, and Natural Resources. So, dear aspirants, this is very, very important. You should know IUCN, because we will discuss it once again while taking the topics, questions of environment, because that section is also very, very important. Sprihaji is writing International Union for Conservation of Nature. Aryaji is writing International Union for Conservation of Nature. Both are absolutely correct, and both are our great warriors, and I am very much hopeful that this year during 2021, okay, you are going to crack UPSC, both of you, not only both of you, but almost all the aspirants with me. So headquarters Switzerland, yes, this is a study. So you have conceptualized and you have prepared your self note in such a way that all informations are coming. Okay, informations are imbibed in that brief Okay, and Arya Jha has also sent me one demo of that. Okay, a specimen, I should say, a specimen of her personal notebook. So that's excellent, excellent. That has been written in different inks and almost all relevant facts. If she is discussing about some acts related to the East India Company, or you may say the letter on British crown period, that is that starts from 1858. So she is writing almost all facts. Okay, if there is reform, in which field? Okay, so this is excellent, this is excellent. She has innovated. And dear aspirants, while you are going for the UPSC type of examination, you should always innovate. You should always innovate your own. Try to catch my words. You have to become Arya. You have to become Ispriha. You have to become Priyanka. You have to become Nituja. You have to become Anjali Jha. You have to become Mayank, Parashuram, this Nayan. Okay, okay, Nayan. And Chandini, yes. Because you have to show your metal. UPSC is for a specific qualities. It searches within your personality, and that is specific should not be a common thing. So you have to innovate. And what are the ways? The successful candidates, okay, the successful candidates, they speak about. I do speak about. Okay, you should use flow charts. You should use diagrams. You should highlight. You should underline. So these are the tools, tricks, techniques, but still there is a space. Still there is a space for you. Okay, you have to innovate. Okay, yes, Galileo gone, Einstein gone, but still every year there is Nobel Prize in the field of physics, in the field of medicine, in the field of chemistry. Why? Because science is endless. Okay, so innovation is endless. Innovation is endless. You have to innovate. You should not think that, well, the successful candidates have written so many diagrams, so many flow charts. No, it may happen that you are expressing the very topic in some different way. So this way, this is UPSC. If you are trying this way, if you are uncommon, okay, try to catch my words. If you are uncommon, then success is yours. And this way, you will start understanding the things in your own way. In your own way. So during my sessions, I do speak. Be positive. Be confident. Okay, why do I say like this? Because positiveness will bring innovation. Positiveness will bring innovations. So let us try to understand this topic, which is very important. Now, number of species on Earth. So round about IUCN, okay, this is rough estimation, 1.5 million, 1.5 million according to my notebook, my personal notebook. Now the loss of biodiversity, you might be you might have found so many questions related to this very topic, loss of biodiversity. So there is continuous, dear aspirants, continuous loss of Earth's treasure of species. Okay, treasure of species. For example, you may say colonization of tropical Pacific island by human has led to tropical Pacific, you may say, extinction. Okay, so many species have extincted. Extinction, vilupt. Okay, extinction, and 2,000 species of native birds. You may say native birds, so many birds. Okay, the red list. So IUCN has a red list of IUCN documented the extinction of 784. Dear aspirants, try to catch my words. You may write it. 784 species in last 500 years. So this is very important information. The last 20 years witnessed, dear aspirants, the disappearance of 27 species. So some important examples of recent, that is also required. Okay, that is also important, and you should know because they may put a question related to this very information. So recent extinctions are dodo. Dodo of which country? You may find this type of question in pair matching. Pair matching. So you should know the place. Dodo. Okay. If you are able to write my words, please write it, dear aspirants. Be fast, be quick. Dodo, Mauritius. Okay. I am confident that Arya ji and Spriha ji both are knowing Dodo, Mauritius, but they should also write. Okay. Because if you write a thing for twice, thrice, okay, it becomes yours own. That becomes product of your own. Okay. That comes out of the book. Okay, so this way you should write it. Dodo, Mauritius. Then Quagga, 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 Africa. Then Thylacine. Yes, I remember. Thylacine, 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 and it belongs to Australia. Yes, Dodo, Australia. Then after stellar sea cow. Okay, Rasa, and then there are so many other species too. So presently 15,500 species worldwide are also facing threat. So what type of threat? Threat of extinction. So this includes 32% amphibians. Try to concentrate, dear aspirants. 32% amphibians species and 23% mammalian species. So 12% birds. Birds are also there. 12% birds. So this is very, very important. Okay. So such type of data you have to memorize, dear aspirants, while going for the UPSC examination. Because as far as the UPSC mains examination is concerned, dear aspirants, you have to open out. Okay, so it should be okay filled with facts, not essay type. गाय पर निबंध. गाय एक चौपाया जानवर है. Okay, इसके दो कान नाक आंख होते हैं. No, nothing like that. Okay, this is UPSC. You have to show your mettle. So you have to write some specific facts. So data. So this way you have to prepare yourself. So what are the causes? How can you define? Okay, what are the causes of loss of biodiversity? So this is very, very important. And if you will go through the NCERT books, you may find that the accelerated rate of species extinction is largely due to human activity. Dear aspirants, human beings are responsible for such type of mass, large, and sporadic, I should say, extinction of biodiversity. So there are four major. Okay, we have to summarize. We have to. Yes, Sprihaji is writing. Human acquisition is the main reason. Yes, and Arya Jha has written Quagga subspecies of. Yes, wonderful Arya ji, wonderful Spriha and Arya, both. So now the causes. So human being, I was talking about the human being, human activities. So there are four major causes. Do you know there is a single word? Dear aspirants, write that word, because this is UPSC preparation. You have to be factual. Okay, you have to be factual. What is that word? The evil quartet. So please write it. The evil, EVIL, evil quartet, QUARTET, quartet. Okay, evil quartet. I am sure that you have not faced this word. So you please write it. Evil quartet. Deforestation, that is also there. Government yojana, that is also there. Pollution, that is also there. But all these things are just like गाय एक चौपाया जानवर है. Here is the word. Here is the right information. That is the evil quartet. QUARTET. And what does it stand for? Dear aspirant, this is very, very important. Now, in quartet, there are 4 points. Point number 1 is habitat loss. Point number one is habitat loss. You may say fragmentation, in other words. Now, the second thing is over exploitation, or the third one is invasion of alien, or you may say exotic, okay, X species. And the fourth and last of this quartet is coextinctions. Coextinction, you have to understand, because there was a question with regard to coextinction. What do you mean by coextinction? Define coextinction. So at this stage of your preparation, you should take these words in your personal notebook, and you should try to catch, you should try to conceptualize yourself, so that you should be able to explain it, okay, at the time of writing your mains examination question paper. So habitat loss, how can you define it? Or fragmentation, how will you explain it? So the cutting trees or burning, okay, forest, construction of mines, dams, co-extinction. Yes, yes. So deforestation, Arya ji is writing. So this is great, wonderful. So human settlement, you may say, has also affected the biodiversity. So I think or goes done is just remaining in the forest of Brunei. Yes, yes, yes. So you both of you, Arya ji and Espriha ji, both of you are inspiration for rest of the rest of the aspirants of our group. Okay, so over exploitation, what do you mean by this? Because dear aspirants, there are many species extinction, like that of stellar sea cow I have just referred to, passenger pigeon, that is also there in last 500 years, due to over exploitation by humans. So this is the fact. So ever increasing need of organism for food, shelter leads to over exploitation. So this should be stopped at once if you are required to conserve the biodiversity. What I mean to say. So invasion of alien or and exotic species, this you can explain yourself, nothing specific, but you may say there are so many instances you might have also read in the newspaper. They are used in World War passenger. Yes, yes, very good, very good. Now co-extinction, this I would like to discuss with you, dear aspirants. So whenever a plant or animal species becomes extinct, it's obligatory associated. What is associated obligatory? Obligatory associated species also becomes extinct. This is very, very important. Try to catch my words, and if it is possible, please write it, dear aspirants, because whenever a plant or animal species becomes extinct, its obligatory associated species also becomes extinct. So this is in simple words, this is the definition of co-extinction, dear aspirants, and this is very, very important, because you might have come across with the word. And what is that word? Plant pollinator mutualism. Plant pollinator mutualism. The extinction of one species leads to the extinction of the other. So now we have reached to that very point where the human being and human world as a whole needs the conservation of biodiversity. So this is very, very important, dear aspirants, because related to this very topic, that is conservation of biodiversity, so many questions have been asked during the mains examination. Not only the mains examination, but during this previous year's prelims examination. So this is very, very important. And what do I mean by this word conservation? Do you know the definition of conservation? So conservation means management, in other words, dear aspirants. Conservation means management, in other words, of human use of. Yes, sir, question has come in PT. Yes, yes, very good, very good. Because every day I used to read this question bank for your preparation. I have to ensure success, dear aspirants. So this is my dream, this is my mission, and this is my you may say the uh, desire, okay, coming from the core of my heart, I should say. Now, the conservation of biodiversity, this is very, very important. I was discussing with you. So, there are two words, and dear aspirants, you might be knowing in situ or ex situ. If you don't know, please write in your notebook in situ, in, okay, you should write situ. What do you mean by this word? In situ, on site, and ex situ, off site. On site, off site. So in situ conservation, in such conservation, the endangered species are protected in their natural habitat. In situ means the endangered species are protected in their natural habitat. In situ national park. Yes, Aryaji, great. The conservation on global basis, dear aspirants, have identified certain biodiversity hot spots, and in our country too there are such regions, we will discuss it. And biosphere reserve, yes, that is also there. Then national parks, you have already written, Aryaji, the function of biosphere reserves we will also understand. And then sanctuaries. So this way, these were some of the most important point related to the biodiversity, which is very, very important topic as far as the prelims examination is concerned, dear aspirants. So now let us have a few MCQs if you are ready to be with me. So here is question number one related to this very topic, that is biodiversity. So birds like flamingo, try to concentrate now the MCQ session. Okay, here is the first question. Question number one. Birds like flamingos can stand on one leg. Dear aspirants, can stand on one leg. Which among the following statement relating to this is are correct? Statement number one, there are only two statements I am going to read out. And what are those statements? Yes, statement number one, by standing on one leg, flamingos can conserve body heat and energy because they can reduce great deal of surface area for the loss of heat. Now the second statement, dear aspirants, by standing on one leg, one flamingo makes a courtship display, which is a part of ritual prior to reproduction. Prior to reproduction. So select the correct code. A, 1 only, B, 2 only, C, both 1 and 2, and D, neither 1 nor 2. Now Parasuram Kumar is answering A. Oh my God. How is it possible? Anjali Sah A. How is it possible? Because the answer is correct. The answer is correct. So congratulations, both of you, Anjali Sah and Parasuram Kumar, Isprihaji, Aryaji, everybody is correct. Great, 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 wonderful. Because the first statement, that is by standing on one leg, flamingo can conserve body heat energy because they can reduce great deal of surface area for loss of heat. This statement is correct. So Anjali Jha, Arya Jha, okay, Arya Jha, okay, to reduce fatigue. Okay, fatigue. Great. So here is the next question. Which one of the following processes of withering belongs to both mechanical and chemical withering? So crystallization, exfoliation, hydration, carbonation. So you have to find out the answer. So here in this MCQ, the answer is B, that is exfoliation. Dear aspirants, you may write it in your notebook, exfoliation. Now, next question. This is a very simple question. Consider the following statement. The boundaries of a national park are defined by legislation. Second statement, a biosphere reserve is declared to conserve a few specific species of flora and fauna. And the third statement, in a wildlife sanctuary, limited biotic interference is permitted. So which of the statement is are correct. A 1 only, B 2 3 only, C 1 3 only, and D 1 2 3 only. So B is the answer by Parasuram Kumarji, but I think the answer should be C, that is 1 and 3. 1 and 3, B statement, that is the second statement, is not correct. A biosphere reserve is declared to conserve a few. Now this word a few is not correct. Okay, a few is not correct. That's why our answer should be statement 1 and 3. So it will be C. So this way you have to concentrate. Now a pesticide which is a chlorinated hydrocarbon. So this question has been asked. So I am repeating it before you. Chlorinated hydrocarbon is sprayed on a food crop. Now the food chain is food crop, rat, a snake, hawk. In this food chain, the highest concentration of pesticide would accumulate in which of the following? This is very intelligent question, mind-boggling question. You have to concentrate. Then after you will be able to answer this question, dear aspirants. So A, food crop, B, rat, C, a snake, and D, hawk. Are you able to answer it? Are you able to answer this question? Rat, no. Arya Jha is correct. Hawk. Hawk is the correct answer. D is the correct answer. And this question is very, very important. Isprihaji. Yes. No rat. Rat is no. Hawk. Hawk. Okay. Hawk is the correct answer. In this food chain, the highest concentration of pesticide would accumulate, okay, in hawk. So this way, this question is also very, very important, which I have discussed with you. Now, all our ecosystems, dear aspirants, I will take only a few minutes. Please be with me and please concentrate only 2 minutes. Okay. So the all our ecosystems except now A, you may say forest, B, grassland, C, garden, and D, sun. Are you able to answer it? Okay. This question is very, very simple. Very, very simple. All are ecosystem except A, forest, B, grassland, C, garden, D, sun. D, Neetu Jha has come with flying colors. And this is great. Okay, wonderful. So today Seema Yadav is not here with us. Anjali Shah's son, yes, Isprihaji's son. Everybody, okay, all are correct. All are correct. All are correct. Increases in order of 10 at every level. Yes, yes. So wonderful. Now, one more question, and then after the panda. Okay, and I am sure that Isprihaji is going to answer it. The panda belongs to the same family as that of. Please listen once again. Panda belongs to the same family as that of option A, bear, B, cat, C, dog, D, rabbit. What is the answer? And dear aspirants, this question was also asked. So, bear is Priyaji is wonderful. Correct. Anjali, yes, your answer is also correct. I really appreciate. I really appreciate. Anjali is in graduation. She is not a graduate, but she is filled with great enthusiasm. And her mission is to become an IAS. Very good, Anjali. I really appreciate it. Priyaji, you are correct. You have started the correct answer, and then after everybody has done. Yes, Mayank is coming. Neetu Jha, Anjali Jha, yes, everybody is correct. Parashuram, yes, you are also correct. So this is the correct answer. So dear aspirants, now I am not going to take your more time because you are there in your house. Be safe and enjoy your family life, taking care of the elders in your family, paying full respect to your guardian, father, mother, whosoever be with you, because this period is really testing period for human beings. So thank you for joining me in such a good number, and let us say bye-bye, good night.